Creating an XY scatter graph. The majority of graphs used by engineers are XY scatter graphs. So preparing this type of graph is very important. There are other types of graphs available, but we will concentrate on the XY scatter graph. Once you have a block of data in the worksheet, it can be plotted by the following three steps. Select a data range, which includes the serial names if desired. Then use the ribbons options under the Insert tab, Charts group, and select the graph type. At this point, Excel will display a basic graph on the worksheet, but it will be missing some key features, such as axis labels, titles, trend lines, and so forth. We want to use the formatting options once we have created a graph. So let's go ahead and create an XY scatter graph. The first step is selecting the data range. We can select just the data points, or we can also select the column titles along with the data points, either way. Once you select the data to be graphed, and remember we've already set this up with the X values in the left column, the Y values in the right column. Select the type of graph. We go to Insert, into the Charts group, and Scatter. We have 5 different options. We have markers only, which you just plot the points. We have markers connected with smooth curves. The curve will bend as needed to go through every data point. This one's a very common selection. We have just smooth curves, no markers. We have markers connected by straight line segments. And then again, just the straight line segments with no markers. Let's go ahead and select the scatter with smooth lines and markers. Notice the graph automatically is created and inserted into the worksheet. The data used to create the graph are highlighted. You see the title, temp, the Y values, and the X values. The column of the Y headings was also used as the title of the chart or graph. It is also used in the legend. Now, one thing about a chart in Excel, it is created as an Excel object. An object in a programming context is an item that exists, has been created and stored in computer memory. It has an identity, called chart1 in this case, and has properties that can be assigned values. Because the graph is a self-contained object, it can also be moved around. You can grab it with your mouse, you can change the size of it, and you can also copy and paste it into other programs, especially Word. Now, our basic graph is missing a few main components, specifically a realistic and meaningful chart title and X and Y axis labels. We can add those by using the Chart Layouts group. Now notice once we select the chart, a new tabs pop up called Chart Tools. When I deselect the chart by selecting outside of it, that tab disappears. So let's select the chart using the Design tab, Chart Layouts group. Let's choose Layout 1. This automatically gives us axes titles on both the X and Y axis. To edit the titles, you left click. If you triple click on it, it selects the entire title or axis label and you can retype. So we're going to call this graph temperature versus time. Let's change our axis title, the x-axis, to time in seconds. Always at units. Oops. And temperature. Now, under that Design tab, there is many other layout options. You can change the chart title, axis title, legend, data labels. We can put in grid lines, axes, so forth and so on.